your dreams.
The long-awaited Girls Frontline 2 has come out for PC and mobile, and so far I have a pretty good experience playing the game. The characters look very hot, gameplay is a quick auto battler. There's not really too much to say about the game. It's just your typical gacha game with an auto battler with amazing 3D models. I predict gacha games in the future will basically be this once the open world slop has run its course. The gameplay of Girls Frontline 2 is a tactical strategy RPG. Reminds me of Fire Emblem if Fire Emblem had guns and other modern or future military components. Your characters can take cover to take less damage. You can also destroy covers to F over your enemies. You can also debuff your enemies, heal your allies. There's also many different environments that you can interact with to give you an edge against certain enemies, like getting on higher ground or getting on a conveyor belt or destroying explosives. Although there is an auto feature in this game that I definitely abused the hell out of. I don't see why you shouldn't use it unless you just really like playing this type of strategy game. The AI for the auto battler seems pretty good so far. I haven't had any issues with it. You're only using 4 characters in the gameplay modes. I think at certain points of the game you are going to be using 6, but most likely you're only really using 4. As long as you have a healer, a shielder, and a DPS character, I think you're basically straight. There are certain characters that can take on multiple roles, however. The dailies in this game don't really take too long. All you got to do is just spend 120 of your stamina to do them, which can basically take up to 2 minutes. The combat in this game is relatively fast. There are a few skill cutscenes and stuff, but the game moves pretty quickly. I haven't really seen any that really take up too much time. I don't know what it's like for the end game of Girls Frontline 2 since I'm only like in the middle of chapter 3. But since the dailies don't really take that much long anyways, I don't really think the end game or the meta is really that important for Girls Frontline 2. Now, as for the gacha in Girls Frontline 2, it's basically your typical modern gacha. You do need 80 pulls to get the guaranteed character. Wouldn't be surprised if there is a 50-50 since it is 2024. It does have a weapon banner, and I haven't really taken a look at it because I don't really intend to pull on the weapon banner. I already have enough weapon banners to pull for, like in Genshin or Wuwa and Snowbreak. I don't really want to pull on another weapon banner on Girls Frontline 2. As for the story in Girls Frontline 2, I have no idea what's going on since I did skip the story. If I remember correctly from Girls Frontline 1, I think the story can get pretty dark. I think in GFL 1, I think a character did die. Don't know for sure if it has gotten darker in Girls Frontline 2, especially since, you know, the CN player base did have like a whole NTR drama about the game. Can't exactly comment too much on the story since I skipped it. The most iconic thing about Girls Frontline 2 is the dorm system. When it comes to gacha games, I normally don't really mess around with the dorm systems. It doesn't really interest me that much. But the most interesting features of this dorm system in Girls Frontline 2 is that the girls' feet in this game are very well detailed. It's very apparent that somebody in the development team really is into feet, and I guess a lot of the budget went into the characters' feet. Personally myself, I'm not a feet fan myself, but I can appreciate a good feet every now and then. I wouldn't mind impregnating a few feet. If you are into feet, maybe picking up Girls Frontline 2 would be worth it. All in all, Girls Frontline 2, not a overblown gacha game, but it is a pretty good one. Respects your time very well. The dailies don't take that long at all. Character models look very great, very beautiful, very hot. I think you got waifus for everybody. You got hag waifus, you got lolly waifus, you got tomboy waifus. If you just need another auto battler on the side while you're playing your main game or while you're doing anything else, like beating your meat or eating your sandwich or doing your homework, I think Girls Frontline 2 would be worthy to pick up, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys later.
Bye-bye now. Come again soon.